Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're here, please ensure that you subscribe. Now, after using this HK8 Pro Max for a couple of months, that's about 2 months now, I'm back here to give you my honest opinion on whether you should actually buy this smartwatch or it is a waste of money. But like I told you, please ensure that you subscribe because I'll be giving you a lot more details, not just about this watch, but a couple of other products, other watches, other phones as well. Now, what I'm holding in my hands is the box in which the smartwatch came in, and to me, it's pretty impressive. I mean, I did not expect a clone to have such a beautiful box to come with. Now, like I told you, I've used my smartwatch for the last couple of months, 2 to be exact, and the experience has been quite amazing, with of course a couple of down sizes as well, and I'll be delving straight into that in a moment. For those of you who would like this smartwatch, please don't forget to contact me myself. I could send it over to you. If you're in Uganda, call me on 0700675952. I could send it to your doorstep at a pretty simple or cheap price. Those in East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, I could use a bus to send this product to you. And those of you that are out of my reach, take for example, very far away from me, but you would like this smartwatch, we could use DHL and you pay a simple small fee for the delivery. So let me open up this particular box to show you what exactly comes inside this box. Boom. Now, opening it up is pretty simple. You know, I've already removed most of the things that are wrapped around it, the papers. But this is how it is. It's pretty cool. I mean, classy. What comes in is a user manual. This is a user manual, and it comes in 2 different languages. That is English and of course Chinese. This is a Chinese product, so they tried to copy or implement what the Apple's Series 8 smartwatch actually is. So this is a clone, guys, for those of you who didn't know. Now, what comes in here is a strap here. Usually it is 1, but if you bought this watch from me, I'll give you 2 or 3 depending on the amount of money I'll charge you. And then what else comes in this also is this beautiful charger. It is quite impressive how they actually managed to put it in here. And yeah, that's pretty much. This is where the watch actually is, but like I told you, I've already used this watch for the last 2 months, and that's why I'm here to share my experience. But everything comes in packaged just for your usability. Now, enough of the box. Let's now go to this smartwatch. Now, I chose these the black straps that come with this watch are not like this. They usually have what are they called? I've forgotten the name, but they usually have lines. Those are the most common ones that this watch comes with. Now, what I did is I ordered for these others the extra straps online, and those are the same that I'll be of course giving you to those of you who want to buy this particular smartwatch. Now, my experience was a little bit impressive, like I told you, with a few glitches here and there. The first beautiful thing I loved about this watch is the battery. For me, who is not very good at using it, or I use it fine, but I'm not always on the smartwatch. It can actually take me for 2 or 3 weeks without single charge, or without charging for 3 weeks. That's if I'm not pressing it all the time, checking here and there, or receiving calls. But if you're doing it or having those other activities with this smartwatch, it could actually take you for 3 or 4 or 5 days. Trust me, guys, I've done this and I've used it, and I am telling you exactly what I have discovered or what my experience has actually been. So 3 to 5 days maximum, you'll have to charge again, because it will go off or it will be showing you battery low. And the only way to do that, I think I haven't mastered how to check on the watch itself. I just use my smartwatch where I downloaded the app. And guys, just for your own case, the app to download is called Wear Fit Pro. This is how it looks like. So here is where I check my battery level for the smartwatch. Currently, the downside about this app is the fact that these ads keep coming up every time you open, or every time you are opening it after a couple of times without opening it. So that's the only downside. And then today it's telling me that I have moved 186 steps. Truthfully, I didn't move today. I have been home the entire day. So there are a couple of glitches here and there. Those are the ones that I talked about. But overall, the app is quite impressive for me. I mean, you could swipe or scroll through and then get to see what to change. Oh, there are a lot of things you can change about the watch from here, going from the watch faces, among many other things, a couple of other settings here and there. And so you'll have to first sign up before you can actually access this particular smartwatch features. Yes, you'll have to first sign up. So this is the app, pretty much nothing much more, but this is where you see the battery level, at least for now. Unless there is another way, please comment in the section, and I'll be more than glad to give you another video on that. So the battery level is very impressive for me. The next thing I loved about it is if you put it on your wrist like I am doing, right? It just looks amazing. It just looks beautiful. In fact, if somebody that owns an original Apple Series 8 watch looks at it, they kind of can't get the difference. They would think that you're actually owning the exact watch. So for somebody that doesn't have as much money to own the original watch, I think this comes close to the Apple original watch. This is one of the best clones, and I'm being very particular with the choice of words here. One of the best, meaning it is not the extreme best. Okay, at least for the time that I wore it, or the time that I was or wanted to wear it, it was the best. But as I speak now, different versions have come out, but this still stands out because there are some of the features here that are not in those new ones that have come. And of course, why not subscribe, because I'll be giving you a lot more. I'm talking about the HK9 Pro Max, the HK9 Ultra, the HK9 Pro Plus. All those are coming in, and I'll be giving you my honest, my humble opinion about them. So another beautiful feature that I loved about this watch is the fact that is the stay always on. And for those of you who don't know how to set it, in case you already have this, you just come to your settings and you go scroll down to play or display and brightness. This is where you either reduce on the brightness here or you increase on the brightness here, and then you turn on this always active wristband or instant light. And so what happens is, if I do this, my watch turns to this, okay? And this of course stays on if you've turned on the other features that I talked about. And I love this a lot at night because the watch looks pretty, looks really beautiful. But the only downside that it comes with having always on display is the fact that it consumes a lot of battery. So you want to be aware of that as well. Other than that, it just looks beautiful. Like every time it switches between this that I have set with this, or rather with this that I have set with this other always on display watch. It is just beautiful at night. Okay, but overall the watch, the design looks beautiful. Like I told you, it's very difficult for you to differentiate between this clone and the actual watch, except when you're very, very particular with the details, like this, the orange color with the original one. Of course, they don't match. And then this as well. Now, one thing I didn't like about the crown button or the crown option is that it got destroyed very quickly. I don't know if you can see the colors kind of they fade off very, very easily. I don't know if it is my poor handling, but guys, also I got this cover, or this screen guard, or this protector, watch protector, and from day one I've been using this watch protector. That's why you're seeing it. Even after 2 months, it's still good. The only down thing that I found was this crown or whatever it is, but it is very or pretty simple. Putting it on, you just do this and boom. So if you bought this watch from me, I could actually give you with the watch protector and 2 more straps for the watch. And putting on this just fits in. It's a 49mm watch, so for those of you who would like to enjoy it, now right there you know. Now for those of you again who enjoy sports, this is quite impressive. It has a couple of options: free exercises, indoor running and outdoor running as well. Now let me talk about the watch faces. It has a couple of watch faces. This is my favorite, but there is this, these are all different watch faces. You could use the crown feature to button to actually scroll through to be able to see all these watch faces. Like I told you, this is my favorite, but you could choose, I mean, from this to another. And how you do that is you just long press and it will give you the option so you can swipe through. Another thing that I also loved about this watch is the fact that it is absolutely very smooth. Some of those smartwatches that I owned or that I had access to in the past were not as smooth as this particular one. And of course, speaking this, there are other versions that have come that are even much more smoother than the HK8 Pro Max. So you should be looking forward to my next videos to show you what versions of this other watch are there. Now, the other clones that I'm talking about are the ones that are imitating Apple Watch Series 9. This one is imitating Apple Watch Series 8. But like I told you, for a watch that is about $20 or $30, you can't compare it to an 800 or US dollars watch, because the other one has quite, you know, it is expensive to be specific. Now, another thing you also need to pay attention is when you are actually changing these straps, you need to be very careful because they could get spoiled. There's like a clip here that is usually supposed to be pressed long enough, or rather pressed in, and then you're able to switch or to switch the watch bands or straps from one to another. Like I told you, it comes with only one, and this one is the one that I actually ordered online. The one that comes with the phone usually has some lines that run through. If I happen to get it, I'll share it with you so that you're aware of what comes in this. So again, this is a black one. The watch comes in 2 colors that I've at least seen. There's a silver. You would see silver here, but this is a black one. The black one for me looks very or more beautiful than the silver one. Yes. When it comes to calling, now, it is loud enough, okay? It is loud enough to actually, for you to actually hear what somebody is saying. So let's try it. But for you to be able to call or make or receive a call, you need to first connect it. As you have connected, here, these are the 2 things or the 2 options. There's one for the HK8 Pro Max. It's supposed to be connected, and this HK8 Pro Max call. If you don't connect this, you won't be able to actually make or receive calls. So let's call someone. I don't know if you're able to hear, but that's the watch. That's the audio for the watch. Let me see if I can bring it a little closer. Well, the person hasn't picked up, so now the beauty with it is you quite hear what somebody is saying. Now, the other person didn't actually pick it up, but we'll try it another time. But I'm giving you from my own experience, it is quite impressive for me. You get to listen or hear what everybody is saying clearly. When it comes to the heart rate or heartbeat, well, it is quite not as accurate as other options that we have. But for a $20 or $30 watch or $50 watch, that is quite impressive for me. And if you tried it with blood sample or something, or a machine that tests the heart rate, or if you tried it with an original Apple Watch, well, the results could be just different or slightly different in terms of just a few digits or figures. But, well, that's quite impressive for me. And what I love most about it is the fact that it measures my steps. As much as it's not as well accurate, because like I told you today, I didn't do much, but it shows that I've moved about 186. I set my target to 10,000 steps. So now, like I told you, it also has it has ChatGPT. Take for example, how are you? Let's see how it responds. Hello. Let's see. It is instant. I don't know if you're able to see, but I'm having a conversation with ChatGPT. The current president of the United States is Donald Trump. He was sworn in into office on January 10th, 2017. Now, this is quite absurd because it's giving us updated information. Because if you look at other versions, I think they need to work on this one because it's giving us wrong information. But anyways, that's just how pretty much it could work. And I don't know, what else would you like to know about this watch that I am holding right about now? Now, I didn't like the sensors at night keep, shining as though they are trying to detect a movement, or wristband, or my wrist. I don't like that. And there's a time it also blacked out from nowhere. I didn't like that. I don't know whether it was a software malfunction or something, but those are a few things that I didn't like about the watch. But pretty much my honest opinion is this is a very beautiful smartwatch to own in the year 2024, 2023. I don't know if you're watching in 2023 or 2024, because there are those countries that have already celebrated the new year and those that are still in the old year. Out of 10, this is an 8 out of 10 smartwatch. Very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Once you master it, once you get to know how to use it, it's quite impressive. Until then, it's a goodbye for now. Keep subscribing.